number one. Openly gay talk show host and reality TV producer Andy Cohen was quizzed about his sexual practices and unhesitatingly stated, quote, "I'm a top." Cohen was quizzed on his sex life by fashion designer Isaac Mizrahi on the July 31st episode of Mizrahi's podcast, Hello, Isaac. Evidently referring to bottoming, Cohen said, quote, "I need to loosen up, as they say," end quote.
Are you a top or a bottom?
I'm a top.
Not for me, but you're a top. Wow, that was really an easy answer for you.
Well, because the answer was readily available. I wish that I could, I need to loosen up, as they say.
Question number one with a Bacardi shot. I'd swallow that. Andy Cohen told Isaac Mizrahi he's a top. Sure. I don't believe him.
Oh, I believe him.
Oh,
I wanted to drink.
I'm not sure. I really don't care. I did. Well, technically we didn't meet him, but I did park my car in front of a hotel. Chris went to get off, and in front of us was Andy Cohen. And Andy Cohen started hitting on Chris. In my mind, I'm like, they're just meeting. Chris comes back to the car. He's like, I think Andy Cohen just hit on me.
Oh my God.
So yeah, maybe he's a top, maybe not.
I mean, he has control issues, so I can see him being a top.
Yeah.
You think most tops have control issues?
Oh, I think so. A lot of people that I know that are tops, like, they actually don't like loss of control.
Okay.
So
but, a lot of the bottoms that I know are power bottoms, and they're the ones that kind of run
I think all
shit.
the power bottoms, all the bottoms I know are bottoms, so they're always in control.
Yeah.
Well, why do people lie about being a top or a bottom?
Because there's a shame associated with it.
Yeah,
because our community has stigmatized it for some strange reason.
But why, with all the bottoms that are around us all the time?
But that's because we live in Fort Bottomdale. It's different, right? Like, if you go in other cities, it's like predominantly tops. Like, it's a thing where in certain communities, you can't help that there's more than one or the other, but in all of the communities, it's still looked down on because it's considered to be lesser than, it's considered to be more the feminine role. Oh, it's so stupid.
And I don't think that there is any stereotype that is actually true when it comes to tops and bottoms. Like I've met the most masculine dudes that are power bottoms. I've met the most masculine dudes that are tops. Like, and if you really talk to people, like, they may say their answer when it's around the kitchen table, but then when you really talk to them, they're like, yeah,
But that's the joke about being a bottom. But the thing at the end of the day is, like, as we said, the bottoms have more control. Bottoms truly, when it gets down to that moment in the bedroom, the bottom controls what happens and what doesn't. End of story.
Mm-hmm.
But people, the perception of, you said how?
No, I'm just
He
the top.
He doesn't agree.
Like, if you can't get hard, you're not having sex.
But if the booty is not cleaned out, you're not having sex, and that booty can determine what happens, and that's in the story whether you get hard or not.
Yeah,
I mean, well, I mean, if you're into that, if you're into that, but at the end of the day, the bottom can also close it up, regardless of what you say. So no means no. So at the end of the day, we often look at that as being submissive, being the less than, but it takes a lot of work. We just talked about a whole conversation. It takes a lot of work to be able to relax, to be able to handle that for an extended amount of time. That's where power bottom.
A lot of people come out and they come out bisexual first, right? Because it's like putting your toes in the water kind of deal, right? Does someone come out as top and then change to be a bottom?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That was
absolutely
all the time.
Because like he said, because like Andy Cohen, he's like, no, I'm a top because I need to loosen up. Like saying like I'm not a bottom because I can't loosen up to be a bottom.
He can't loosen his hole.
Yes.
Yeah, because the thing is, man, it's the first time or the first few times sucks. And if you're not, if you don't get used to it, you will stay in the top lane. You're like, I'm done. And a lot of my friends have stayed there. It took me, I'm talking about years and years and years. I'm 40. It took me till I was 30 something to be like, all right, I'll try it again. And then I had to like work towards it. And now I'm like, if I'm in the mood.
Work towards it.
Kept putting things in my butt.
You have to exercise that muscle. You have to exercise that muscle.
But it's got to be the right situation. It's got to be the right person. It's got to be, someone that already knows that, hey, I want to try this again.
The chemistry.
Be easy with me.
The chemistry.
I'm just curious, like how many times or like over a period of time did you finally say, like, you know what, now I think I kind of enjoy this?
I mean, I'm not like a full bottom, so I can't say like I fully enjoy it. But there are moments where I'm like, damn, I'm glad I did that. But
and you get off because Chris likes it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like I would be missing out because there is a certain sensation you get from bottoming that you don't get from topping.
For sure.
And I'm like, I don't want to miss out on that sometimes.
Because you're greedy, John. Because you're greedy.
We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ plus evening news show, brought to you from Happening Out Television Network. We operate in the same model of PBS and NPR, but for the LGBTQ plus community. We educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of our LGBTQ plus community, with more than 100,000 a week watching us on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the story going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.